I wanted you to link all of this to your chances and how you stand against persons like Kenneth Maswagbo and Olumide Apata, who want the same thing that you want on the same platform, through the same platform.
Dr. Abati, I have won 2 primaries and 2 major elections. The people you have mentioned have not won any. And, well, I don't know. I will win the election. I will win the nomination, and I will go ahead to win the election. Yeah, because I have friends across the parties. It's not so much of who can put money on the table today. We are not talking about that. We are talking about one that can walk across party lines to deliver the votes. One that knows how to defend the votes when the votes are put out there. If you rely on Labour Party alone, you will not win the elections. I can walk across party lines. I have friends and colleagues in the major parties. I have supporters in APC and in PDP that would vote for me. So I am the one that will win the election for Labour Party. Right. You don't jump to the platform because you think it's credible today. But I have been there, I have seen it all.
All right. Thank you so much, Honorable. Just very quickly, since you said in the last few years you've been in the House, and I know you talked about recently running a farm business, but what has come out is the amount of money for the nomination form, that's a governorship nomination form by the Labour Party, currently set at 30 million naira, even though there are conversations to hopefully reduce that. And so people will be wondering that as a lawmaker and then a farmer, I don't know how big your farm is, would you be willing, in the spirit of transparency and being people-centric, to, for an open declaration of your finances, how you can afford to pay for that based on the salaries of a lawmaker and proceeds from your business? Would that be something you'd be willing to pursue?
Yes, we met the state working committee. They invited us to say we should prune down the number of aspirants from my senatorial. So they used the opportunity. Somebody asked the question, why is it so expensive, the forms, the nomination forms and expression of interest forms? They explained that, look, they are not like the big parties that have access to state funds and that they think is okay. And I think that settled it. Well, like I said, I'm a farmer. And before I went to the House, I'm no longer in the House anyway. Before I went to the House, I was the CEO of an oil service company. I'm a businessman. Yeah, I've had my farms on the side. So, but election is not funded by an individual alone. And I do not believe that one should go around begging people, the big boys, to start dropping billions. Because when they do that, they will come back for their money when you win. So when we keep blaming leadership in this country, the problem is not leadership. It's the selection and how they emerge. When you take too much from people, you will pay back. But when you get the generality of the people to contribute to your elections, it will become cheap. When you get there from day one, you will work for the people. That's how I won my elections going to the National Assembly. I didn't have a godfather, but God in heaven is my father. So because I wasn't owing people, I hit the ground running from day one, and I worked for the people. So same thing I will do here. People will pay for my form. People will be giving to my campaign. And that is how I'm going to run this election. I'm not going to seek one godfather.
You're going to run this election through crowdfunding from the people.
Okay, real quickly.
Basically, that's how I've been.
Honorable Sergius, real quickly. What are you going to do to tackle the increasing kidnap cases at Ugboha, where you are from? This question is a specific question from somebody you grew up together. Nelson is saying hi to you, and that's the question for you from Nelson.
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you, Rufai. You see, Christmas season, people couldn't even go home to Ugboha because kidnappers were on that road. And that's what we are saying. If you create a thriving industry in the rural areas, you will not have this huge migration. We all grew up in the village. We grew up in the village. Allow the local economy to thrive. The state is supposed to give 10% of the internally generated revenue, IGRO, to the local government. Local governments don't tar roads anymore. They don't clear drainages. So allow the local government to get their money. Do you think if my local government, Eastern Southeast local government, the council chairman gets $500 million, and I, as a governor of Edo State, I will task him on how to spend that money. You will show me your project, your program, and I will task you, I will see results before you come back for your money the next month. They will flush those kidnappers. There will be nobody in the forest. They will encourage the police, the civil defense, even the vigilantes. They will even have informants among the youths. The local government chairmen know the bad boys and the good boys. That will not happen. Under my watch, there will be no kidnappers, because empower the local councils. All this will disappear. Stop deducting their monies. Local government chairmen are just there. They even go to their offices maybe once in a month when the money comes. But tell me, if a local council chairman gets $500 million every month, and we as a government, we will support them where they have comparative advantage over other councils. When they do this, when their activities, they are awarding contracts, handling procurement, would they be sitting there in Benin or elsewhere? They will be in the council office, supervising and running things from there. So that would be, kidnapping will be a thing of the past under me. I can tell you that for free. Just boost the local economy, all this will disappear. I can tell you that.
Okay. Well, I mean, one of the things we learned this morning is one of the ways to also deal with this is to just buy guns for everybody. So we all become kidnappers and nobody can kidnap anybody. That's one solution. You know, it's a proposal.